Hello, it is May 29th today, week number 2. Here's the garden. Let's go have a look. Well, I got a little bit done over the past week. Had a lot of rain. It's been cold. I wasn't able to get in a few things, but we did get a lot done. Here's that bed off from the deck. Got some good growth here with the peas and the spinach and that lettuce over there. Kale's coming along. However, some of this lettuce isn't doing too well. But, maybe we'll put some more seeds in there and see what we got. I moved the carrots over here, and they're doing really well. We're gonna have to thin those out pretty soon. We got some bare spots in there, but we can reseed that. All right, let's go have a look. Strawberry bed, full of flowers. Strawberries, got little strawberries in there. That's doing really well. If I can find one here. Yep, little strawberries all throughout here. Well, that's a weed right there, isn't it? I'll have to get him out of there. Okay. Over here I have the sweet potato beds planted. They're the Beauregard type. We got those in about 5 days ago or so, and they've taken quite nicely. Got them in the raised bed here, and I added some straw to this straw bed. Wanted to just go a little higher with it, but the sweet potatoes seem to be liking that as well. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I had to put up these sticks here to keep the dog from jumping over. My daughter brings her big black lab over every once in a while, and I didn't want him to pummel those sweet potatoes, so put a couple sticks up. All right, the tomatoes are planted for the most part. These are the let me see, the Amana, Indeterminate, and the beefsteak. Amana beefsteak, Amana beefsteak, Amana, or Amana, however you want to say it. Those did really well last year. As well as the Indeterminate cherry tomatoes. I thought I had enough, but I've got one spot there that I gotta go grab one more, I guess. Maybe I'll just start one from root, from one of the suckers on one of these, and we'll see how that goes. But I've got cherry tomatoes in here. We'll be adding the 7-foot tall stakes. When they get a little bigger, they seem to do really well with those as supports. And you know what? I did those. I strictly decided to go with just your standard cherry tomato this year. We've been doing the like the yellow pear-shaped, smaller tomatoes for the grandkids. But you know what? I've noticed that my grandkids like these better, and the other ones, those yellow ones, they seem to split quite a bit. So we're just going to go with these. Kids love them. All right, over here we've got the raised beds that I've been working on. I haven't filled. I did my leaf mold, my leaf compost for the most part, probably 60% or so. And then I put in a bunch of peat moss, 3 bags of sand, and I've added blood meal, bone meal, Epsom salts. And when I plant, I am going to throw in probably some 444, some 555 organic fertilizer in each hole. That seems to work out pretty well. I didn't get my peppers in here yet. However, a good friend, my son's friend, not girlfriend, but friend, she brought over this eggplant on Memorial Day, which I thought was quite nice. So I put that in the ground along with this ground cherry, and I got some tomatillos up in the corner there. We'll see how that does. On this back fence here, see, I got a little fence up there, trellis. We've got green beans, and along the cattle panel here, green beans. 3 different kinds of beans. I got Kentucky Wonder. I put in a couple of different kinds of noodle beans that I want to try for the first time. And I'll get some peppers and other things going in there here this next week. Over here, same story, except this back row here is cucumbers, and cucumbers as well going in there to climb up the cattle panel. And I did put in one more ground cherry over here. And we'll get the peppers and stuff going later on this week. We're supposed to get back down into the 40s, the low to mid 40s, so I've decided not to put those in yet. I was hoping to have everything in by June 1st, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit later. So that's the in-ground, or excuse me, that's the raised bed garden. Let's go have a quick look at the in-ground garden here. It was a mess, weeds everywhere last week. However, I got in there, got down and dirty, and it is all prepped and ready to go. I've actually thrown in all the seeds. On this fence line right here, all the way up, I've got butternut squash, some buttercup squash as well. I also have, what else did I put in there? Boy, don't you love it when your mind just goes blank on you. Anyways, I'll remember in a minute or two. And up on that half down there, I put in some sunflower, gigantical, huge 12-footers. We'll see how they do. They've done well in the past. And on this fence line over here, I have the same actually: butternut squash, trombone squash, yeah, the squashes, the winter squashes. Now up the middle, I have gone and made these mounds. This is going to be all strictly pumpkins, so they're going to have plenty of room to branch out. I'm going to put some ginormous, fair contest type all the way up there, and then we're going to do some jack-o'-lanterns and some a couple other pumpkins. I'm not going to do that for a couple weeks. You don't want to plant pumpkins too early, because you want to I would rather have them ready just before Halloween. So we're gonna plant those in a couple weeks, and that should be good. But this is looking good. Looking good. Now my granddaughter's, Belle's, little garden is doing really good. Oh, we got the strawberries in here. She's got some strawberries coming on that she's really excited about. Radishes are doing good. Carrots are coming up. We got a green bean or two coming up over there. We got some flowers in the middle there. What do we have? Swiss chard and some kale, I think, here. Not sure what I got up there, but we'll find out in a couple weeks when they start to grow. We got a couple peas on the fence there for her. So that's doing really well. That's about that. Not much really to report this week, but everything's going well. My back is surviving. Oh, a bunch of weeds you gotta pull. You know how it is. So that's the garden. That's the update. Oh, you know what? I forgot to share. on the other side of this fence over here, I've got straw bales from last year. I don't think I put this in the last video. There we go. Straw bales right there. I got 5 of them, I believe. 4 of them, anyways. Second year. I'm going to be planting cantaloupe in there. Probably I'll have them in the next week here, within the next week, before the next update. So, boy, it's just a dreary day. You know, I mean, I kind of like these days, raining on and off. You know, it gives me a little break from all this gardening. I mean, not that I don't like the gardening, but it sure is nice to have a break every once in a while. Anywho, that's the update. Oh, one more thing. This is what I have left to plant. I got a bunch of peppers. Those are leftover tomatoes. I got some onions that aren't looking so good. Well, we'll see how those do. I got some okra, a bunch of melons, some basil. So that is on tap for this coming week. Well, there you have it. Everything that's being grown has been started from seed, except for the Beauregard sweet potatoes and a little thing of onions I picked up from the box store. We'll see how they do. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.